Hello everyone and welcome to the Sideboard here in Dallas. I'm Glenn Jones and I'm here with Gail.
Hey everyone.
You might remember Gail as our sales lead. We've had her in the booth a number of times.
Yep.
She's running the booth here in Dallas as well, and she's brought a list of the cards that we're selling out of at the booth and selling strong at the booth. We're just going to do standard today. We'll be back with Legacy. We do already have a few Legacy on here. Spoilers. Frog Mites are going fast.
Goblins.
And goblins. That's two spoilers. Oops. All right.
Well, that was one for me, one from you, so you didn't specify.
Let's start with just what's sold out for standard.
Sure. Well, we have things like Reckless Waif and Lightning Mauler selling out, along with Rakdos' Return. So red is doing pretty strongly standard-wise. Some black cards such as Tribute to Hunger, and I think we sold a few of Duresses, a few more Duresses than we usually do.
That's an interesting one. I wouldn't have pegged Duress. Tribute to Hunger is not really a surprise. The Bant Hexproof deck that's been doing so well is incredibly vulnerable to Tribute to Hunger and other such edict effects in general.
Yeah.
Especially an instant speed one and one that gains life. Just seems like a very obvious card. Mono red being strong, not really that surprised myself. Texas is well known for having a lot of red players. We always see them, so they're going to show up in force today.
And we are also out of Syncopate. It probably helps that we have the artist here, but at the same time, a lot of people want it.
Clint Searly, I think, or Kearley? Clint Searly, I believe, is here. And yeah, he's the artist for Syncopate, artist for a number of other interesting pieces. Annihilating Fire is another one of his, which is a card catching on in block. Not really a standard player yet, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So yeah, that probably contributes to the Syncopates. I know he's got prints and plenty of artist proofs as well. So
he does.
What else do we have on the list? I see Rock's Faithmender.
Yeah, it's not out, but it's close.
It's getting
very
there?
Close.
Not a shock. Rock's Faithmender is pretty great against all the aggressive strategies, especially mono red. That's where you really want it. Turns your Thragtusk into a significantly more troublesome card.
Yeah.
Beyond that, do you have any special notes from the booth or any inkling of what's going on for standard?
Well, I know Predators used to be a popular card. Not selling very many of those.
Not selling a lot of Predators today.
Thragtusk sales are a little bit down too, along with Thundermaw Hellkite. We haven't been selling that many of them.
Wow, that's kind of surprising.
And that's usually one of our better sellers.
I guess Predators doesn't. It makes sense that it's a deck that really like preys on the mid-range and control strategies by just having this creature that's impossible to remove between Lotleth Troll and Predators. So against like mono red and hexproof, it doesn't seem like where you'd really want to be, but. All right, well.
I've had a few people ask me why Liliana's price went up, but I think it's pretty much due to speculation with the new cards. And,
yeah, I mean, good cards good, and with Orzhov and Dimir both getting a lot of cards, I think we'll see Liliana the Veil for many months to come. We're going to go ahead and throw it to a break. We've got another round of Magic coming up. We're going to be picking the feature matches very soon, in fact. Gail, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
I'll catch up with you again tomorrow, and we'll cover those Legacy cards.
Right.
SCG Live is brought to you by StarCityGames.com, where you can now pre-order Gatecrash boxes, cases, fat packs, and more. With great prices, excellent customer service, and the world's largest Magic the Gathering singles inventory, StarCityGames.com is your one-stop shop for all your Magic the Gathering needs. Visit us on the web at www.starcitygames.com and pre-order Gatecrash today.
Well, we're moving on to our next match. On the left, we have Shane Ramelt. Last time we were here in Dallas, he was actually the champion that we crowned. He was playing Blue-White Flash, and he too, like the former champion that we had last match, and Tyler Little, has changed to Jund midrange as well. His deck list has, it's a little bit different. It has 2 copies of Deathrite Shaman, 2 copies of Vampire Nighthawk in the main deck. To go along with 4 Thragtusk, 4 Huntmaster, and 3 Olivia, some amount of Planeswalkers, you're going to find 3 copies of Liliana Veil here, a concession to the Bant Hexproof deck, and then of course your removal on your Farseek. So a little bit different take on Jund midrange than what we saw last round from Tyler.
Yeah, and Steven's playing a white-green human deck. So very aggressive, Champion of the Parish, Precinct Captain Thalia, Rancor, Celestia Charm, Revenge of the Hunted, which is a sweet little miracle, and 2 of Johnny Call Other Prides as to help get him some of those really aggressive starts.
I haven't seen White Green Humans in a little while. I know that's a deck that Josh Utterlayton did play at Grand Prix San Antonio. As we are in Game 2 here, White Green Humans actually up a game. And you know, the reason to play this deck, a lot of people argued, was just because of how good Thalia was in the format. It doesn't seem like Thalia is really at its best anymore, where it was for those couple of weeks.
Well, White Green Humans always had a rough matchup against the blue red white flash deck. Between Izzet Static Caster and Pillar Flame, Searing Spear, and Snapcasters to get him back, and Augur Bolus to dig to those cards. That matchup was never good. So when blue white red was quite popular, I think that's when you saw White Green Humans fall to the wayside. But my guess is that White Green probably has a decent matchup against the deck we just saw, which is Auras.
Yeah.
So I think I think it might be a reasonable choice for this tournament.
As we see Steven here play a Mayor of Averbrook, making his Champion of the Parish larger, his Thalia into a 3/2 first striker. So you're going to see the Wolf jump in front of the way there from Shane. Very quickly, Shane's Caverns there are on Vampire and Human. So we are up to date on our board state here. You can see Steven only does have 2 lands to work with right now, as that Avacyn Pilgrim, the other card, are in the graveyard. So we'll see if he's able to, these big creatures that he has in play, and the Mayor, looming to flip, if Shane can really beat these. You see a Huntmaster playing a Huntmaster in his hand.
Yeah, and it's kind of unfortunate that Steve, he has cards like Celestial Charm in his hand, but because of the Thalia, he can't actually cast them on 2 mana. So he does have Rancor, though. Rancor Thalia is pretty good.
We'll take a draw step. All right, he finds a Cavern of Souls. I think we're going to see Humans named on that one. Slides that right in there, and as you said, he does have Rancor in his hand. The Rancor, yeah, if he put on Thalia, that'll make it a 2/3, make it a 4, make it a 5/1 Trampler.
5/2.
5/2 Trampler, which will be difficult for Shane to answer, especially in this board state.
I think you might want to just attack with both, though.
You see Rancor be put onto the Champion of the Parish.
I don't know if that's a great play.
And now you're going to see another Champion
So he doesn't
on
have
that.
Champion.
Okay, so this is... We have a 4, we have a 5, we have a 6, we have an 8/6 Champion. So if he wants to trade with that, he's going to have to put... He actually just can't trade with it right now.
Yeah. He can trade with the Thalia.
Yeah. Thalia being a 3/2, could double block with the Huntmaster and the Wolf token. First strike will take care of one of them, and the other one that's left behind will take care of the Thalia. Even then, that doesn't even feel great.
Although,
it just takes care of the Huntmaster.
Honestly, I don't think you want to block the Thalia there. I think you might want to, honestly, you might want to just take it, untap, and then pass the turn back and flip both your Huntmasters, killing a Thalia and a Mayor. Then you could actually block the Champion. So
we see Dragon Skull Summon drawn for the turn. The rest of the cards in Shane's hand are a Thragtusk, a Vampire Nighthawk, and a Garruk Primal Hunter. Garruk, obviously, a card that he cannot cast. Knowing that now, does that change your play? Knowing that he has a Nighthawk, he has a Thragtusk that he can cast?
It's tough. You might. Passing is tricky because of the Mayor, but I don't know. You get 2 4/4s. You get to kill 2 creatures. You get to kill. So Stevens would go on priority in the stack first, then Shane's would go on the stack. His would resolve first. You can kill the Mayor and the Thalia, and Steven would be left with a 5/5 Champion with Rancor on it and just a Champion. I still think I might want to, because if you can flip both your guys and pass, you're in a much better shape if you survive that turn.
Sure.
We know that Steven has a Selesnya Charm, but I'm not too concerned with that because he still won't be able to save his Champion if Shane double blocks. So yeah, I would probably make the play that Shane's making.
And Shane is going to agree with you here, as you're going to see Huntmaster's flip. He's going to take down the Thalia and the Mayor, and they're going to flip into 2. He has 2 Ravager of the Fells now.
And it's also great because Steven's a pretty. Steven has a lot of cheap spells in his deck, so if he's able to cast 2 spells this turn, Shane will get to reflip his Huntmasters, gain 4 life, then play either a Thragtusk or a Garruk Primal Hunter.
Now Steven's going to draw a card. His hand right now is Elite Inquisitor, Selesnya Charm, and a Mystery card. And that mystery card is a Sun Petal Growth. So